here with an Indiegogo update, and we're speaking with Rob Wray from Bluestar Veterans Network. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. I wanted to take a few minutes, find out a little bit more about you and about the campaign. Can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm the oldest of 7 kids, Air Force family. We moved around a lot. Went to the Naval Academy, became a nuclear engineer, drove surface ships for a few years, then went into the reserves, and we settled in Rhode Island and raised a family there, a family of Red Sox fans. And I ran a bunch of different small businesses during those time in the reserves. Got mobilized to Baghdad and then got put back onto active duty when I was promoted to Admiral. And I spent the last 6 years as a Navy Admiral running around the world doing interesting things. And so I've just retired from the Navy kind of a second time, and I'm going back into business.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Bluestar?
Well, the business is Bluestar Veterans Network, and it's to provide aging-in-place technologies for older veterans and their families. So what does that mean? Number one, it means safety. Okay, think about help I've fallen and I can't get up buttons, except newer and cooler. Okay, that kind of stuff. Number two, it means health. So think about Fitbit for seniors, or a Bluetooth-enabled blood pressure cuff, or other kind of devices that you can wear in the home that can measure and maintain health. And number three, it means connection. Think about like a Facebook or a LinkedIn for seniors to allow veterans to connect with each other and with their family and with their caregivers and with other software-enabled capabilities that we can bring to them. So we wrap all that up and we make it available to older vets and their families, and that's what the Bluestar Network is about.
What motivated you to start a company like this?
Well, I'm nearly an elderly vet myself, but my dad is an elderly vet. My father-in-law is an elderly vet. He's a World War II guy who's 90 years old now, God bless him. I have a couple of uncles that are in their 80s that are veterans, and so in talking to folks like this, I realized that what they want is what all older people want. They just want to stay in their homes and be independent as long as they can. And I realized that there's lots of technology to help them do that, but they didn't know about any of it. And so I'm trying to provide those kind of technologies to my user case, dad and father-in-law and uncles, and hopefully a lot of other Americans.
Now, what makes Bluestar special rather than other companies that might offer similar types of technology?
I think we're special for 2 reasons, and forgive me, I'm unable to talk without using my fingers anymore. Number one, we're by vets, for vets. We're the only company like that. We're owned by veterans. We service only veterans and their families. We hire veterans to help serve those veterans, particularly wounded warriors we like to hire. And number four, we donate 20% of profits to veteran-related causes. So we're all about vets. And the second way we're different is there's no other company in the country that provides all the different things that we're providing and integrates them the way that we're integrating. So it's a patent-pending process, and it's really very cool, and it's very much seamless to the user. So that makes us different too.
Well, what's it like to transition from being an admiral in the Navy to being the CEO of a new company?
Well, my daughter, you know, she always thought of me as an admiral wearing one of those fore and aft like Captain Crunch hats, and I had a parrot and a peg leg and all, but I don't wear any of that anymore. And I used to have a big staff that would take care of me all day long, and now my staff is me. At least in terms of my administrative assistant, who was me, who was the worst one I ever had. So there's a little bit less trappings of power and such going from being an admiral to being an entrepreneur, or returning to being an entrepreneur. But I like it, and I get to decide what to do with my day, and I spend my days on Bluestar, and so that's gratifying. So it's fun.
Great. Are there any last thoughts you want to leave us with?
Last thoughts would be, if there's anybody listening or watching that knows a veteran or a family of a veteran that wants to join the Bluestar Veterans Network, it's free to join the network. You get lots of good stuff via the web, coupons and discounts and information and resources. And secondly, we're doing this crowdsourcing, and so we need a crowd. And anybody that wants to go on to the crowdsourcing site can just go to bluestarvets.us, and that'll click on the logo. It'll take you to the Indiegogo site. Donate $1, leave a comment, tell your friends. The more crowd, the better.
Great. Thanks very much for your time, Rob.
All right, thanks, Lisa.